Hey there, what's up, Warrior Dad Nation? Coach TJ here. Hey, I want to be honest with you on something really quick. And share something with you, because I almost didn't make it on this run. I almost talked myself out of it. So that even still happens to me, even though I love my training, my hybrid style training. But I was feeling tired. I'd been working all day. It's Saturday. I'd worked much of the day building all this great stuff I've got coming out for you guys. And so I'd been sacrificing my time and started to kind of like fall asleep in front of the computer. I was like, oh man. And then I realized what time it was. And I was like, oh man, I don't know if I want to go running because we've got dinner plans. We're going over to our neighbor's house for dinner, and it's our first like sit down dinner with them, as opposed to just sort of hanging out in the front and talking type of thing. So I had almost started talking myself out of it, and I said, wait a minute, what time is it? Okay, I know I'm tired, so here's what I did. First, I started getting my things ready so that my gear would be prepared, which is one of the number one habits to do every day, which is to prepare your workout clothes and put them in a place where they're ready to go. If you're working from home, it's sort of like prepare them and put them in a little stack so they're right there. You can see them in your bedroom by the floor, or put them in a place where you see them. If you drive, put them in a gym bag or a backpack, put your keys on them, put them by the front door. So I started, number one, getting my things ready. Number two, I said, I really am tired. Let me lie down. But the trick to that is not to lie down on a bed. I went out in the family room, lied down on the flat floor, and stretched my arms up and took deep breaths in and out for a couple of minutes. Just sort of resting my body, resetting my body, and doing some breath work. And then I was sort of stretching my body out, elongating my body, loosening up my muscles, and then my body sort of recharged for a half a second, like a quick charge. And I'm like, okay. And I thought, number three, I thought of my why. I thought of my kids. I thought of Warrior Dad Nation. I thought of who I am, what I stand for, what my standards are, what my mission is with Warrior Dad. I thought about the living example that I am, not just to me, but to my kids, to Lisa, to my neighbors, because everyone knows that I'm Warrior Dad, which is good, because it reminds me like, hey, no, this is who I am. I'm not the guy that quits and says, no, I'm just gonna take a nap, because I almost went and lay down to take a nap, but I knew that would be a big mistake. And then I knew I would run out of time and be upset, and I wouldn't be able to make it to the dinner, and then I wouldn't get my run in. Today's a pretty light day, just a nice run and stretching / kind of yoga and mobility session. I did some core earlier in the day. So those are the three main things that I did. Thought of them, prepared my stuff, lied down flat on the floor, not on a comfortable bed, on my back, stretched my body out and did some breath work. Number three, thought of my why. Number four, got my stuff on and got out the door and just started walking. Rolled my, did some ankle swivels, did some knee swivels, sort of massaged my muscles a little bit to loosen them up and did not stretch them cold. And then started moving my body. Once I started walking, my brain started shifting already. And then I slowly started to jog, and I was like, wow, I made it. I made it to the other side. Instead of listening to how I felt, I implemented mindset hacks. I implemented Warrior Dad method strategies to physically change my state and set myself up for a win And now I am experiencing the win as we speak. So I wanted to share that with you. That these real tools and these strategies work. At Warrior Dad, we don't let you just depend on willpower and motivation alone. We don't leave you on your own. Like when you go see a trainer at a gym, like I used to be able to only afford 2 sessions a week. Those sessions were crazy expensive. There's 168 hours in the week. I was only with that trainer for 50 minutes a piece, so let's just call that an hour a piece. That's 2 hours out of my week. Now you got 166 hours on your own, and that's where the problems happen. If you don't have mindset strategies in coaching, if you don't have a strong why, if you don't develop your Warrior Dad code, these are sort of elements of the mind hack training that we do. And then I experienced other problems, but that's just one example I wanted to give you. I'm going to kind of focus on my run here and get back into it. Well, I never got out of it, but I want to put the phone down. I just wanted to share that because that was sort of on my heart, and I literally physically experienced it. And I just wanted to share with you the real life strategies that I implemented on myself just a few minutes ago, leading up to the point where I'm literally on my run right now, holding the phone and talking with you guys. So, wherever you are, if you find yourself struggling, stuck, dealing with injuries, dealing with setbacks, dealing with various obstacles that happen as us busy dads try to get in shape, whether it's trying yet another fad diet that doesn't work, because they don't, and they don't only, if they can, some of them work short term, but what you don't realize is that you're actually sabotaging your progress, and it's an unsustainable diet. 99.9% of diets are unsustainable, and they actually set you up for failure before you even begin. Number two, sometimes when you're running, I just got into the moment and enjoyed the scenery for a second, and I forgot where I was. Yes, if you are struggling with the diet piece, look, I get it. These diets are not set up for long-term success. We have a solution for that. If you've been struggling with the training, maybe you've made the common mistake of going back to try to get in shape, and you're just focusing on just doing a bunch of cardio first so you can quote-unquote lose all the weight first, and then you'll figure out how to tone up. That's a common mistake too. I'm not going to get all into the details, but we have a solution for that, because that's not the real problem either, and that's not the real solution either. And if you're just trying to depend on meeting a trainer at the gym so they can push you and motivate you, you're depending upon other people for external sources of motivation. Motivation is a very fleeting feeling. If you're depending upon motivation alone, it's not a recipe for long-term sustainable success. There's these other strategies that we implement in Warrior Dad that free you from being codependent on motivation and on other people. And if you're struggling with any of those problems and you want to talk, then I will be putting out our new website address soon, so you can click on that and it gives you a place to go and apply. You can get a copy of the new short playbook that I just posted about the other day. You can book your discovery call with me or someone on my team, so we can have a chat, talk about where you're at now, where you want to go, what has worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, what your obstacles have been, what your needs are, and and we can see if you're a good fit for us and we're a good fit for you. If you have what it takes to make it onto the Warrior Dad, into the Warrior Dad training program, because it is a very hands-on, customized, elite program. And because it's so hands-on and involved, and we work so closely with you, and it's so individualized, it's not just some cookie-cutter BS that we can throw at you super cheap and super simple without putting a lot of effort into it. It takes a lot of effort. We put a lot of effort into each person. We care a lot. It's a very invested, mutually invested interest that we put in with each Warrior Dad. So for that, we don't take a lot of people. This isn't some mass program where we want thousands of people in some BS thing just to make money. This is not a BS thing just to make money. This is real, sustainable, life-transforming system and work and blueprint for success. But I better get back to focusing on my run. You have a fantastic day. This is Coach TJ with Warrior Dad, signing off. Phew.